Matilda 1996 captured the hearts of millions with its magical story and unforgettable characters. But what happened to the beloved cast over the past nearly 30 years? In this video, we take a fascinating journey into the lives of the actors who brought Matilda, Miss Honey, and the unforgettable Wormwoods to life. From childhood stardom to their lives today in 2025, discover how they've grown, changed, and where their careers and personal journeys have taken them. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the classic, this update on the Matilda cast is full of surprises and nostalgia you won't want to miss. Paul Reubens, born August 27, 1952 in Peekskill, New York, took on the role of the quirky and suspicious FBI agent in Matilda 1996 at the age of 44, infusing the character with a blend of deadpan seriousness and comedic eccentricity that became his signature. While widely celebrated for his cult creation, Pee Wee Herman Reubens' life was far more turbulent beneath the surface. His early years were marked by a struggle to balance his inventive, comedic mind with personal demons, including bouts of depression and substance abuse that occasionally disrupted his career trajectory. The most notorious scandal that cast a long shadow over him was his 1991 arrest for indecent exposure in an adult movie theater, a moment that shocked the entertainment industry and resulted in severe professional ostracism. This episode not only embarrassed Reubens personally, but also alienated many fans and collaborators, forcing him into a decade-long struggle to reclaim respectability. Behind the scenes, colleagues often described him as unpredictable and difficult with mood swings that complicated production environments. His personal relationships were equally volatile, with multiple short-lived romances and marriages marred by allegations of infidelity and emotional instability. Despite these hardships, Reubens demonstrated remarkable resilience, gradually returning to the spotlight through voice acting and character roles that appealed to niche audiences. Diagnosed with acute myelogenous leukemia and metastatic lung cancer later in life, he succumbed to these illnesses on July 30, 2023, at age 70. His estate was modest by Hollywood standards, estimated at around $5 million, a sum reflective of a career interrupted by scandal and addiction, but also marked by undeniable talent and a devoted cult following. His story remains a cautionary tale of fame's precarious balance between adoration and downfall, and of a man whose offbeat brilliance was often eclipsed by his personal battles. Jean Spiegel Howard, born January 30, 1927 in Duncan, Oklahoma, portrayed Miss Phelps, the compassionate and supportive librarian in Matilda, 1996 at the age of 69, a role that embodied the quiet hope and encouragement Matilda desperately needed. On-screen, Miss Phelps was a beacon of warmth amid the film's harsh and absurd adult figures, a portrayal that won quiet admiration from audiences, but was only a small chapter in Howard's extensive yet underappreciated career. Born into a financially struggling family during the Great Depression, Jean's childhood was punctuated by scarcity and the harsh realities of rural life experiences that fueled her steady work ethic and grounded her performances in authenticity. As the matriarch of the illustrious Howard acting and directing dynasty, Jean's personal life was tightly interwoven with Hollywood royalty, yet she maintained a surprisingly scandal-free and low-profile existence. Nevertheless, insiders occasionally whispered about underlying family tensions, particularly the pressure she exerted on her famous sons Ron and Clint, which some speculated contributed to complex sibling rivalries and personal struggles within the family. Professionally, Jean was often relegated to supporting roles, a circumstance that frustrated her ambitions to achieve leading status in Hollywood. This typecasting and industry ageism limited her opportunities during a career that spanned decades but never soared to the heights her family achieved. Despite these obstacles, she was respected for her professionalism and grace. Her later years were marred by declining health due to heart and respiratory illnesses, leading to her death on September 2, 2000, at age 73. At her passing, her estate was modest, estimated near $1 million, reflecting a career more marked by steady contribution than wealth. Though overshadowed by her famous relatives, Jean Spiegel, Howard's enduring legacy is embedded in the foundational role she played both on-screen and behind the scenes, nurturing a Hollywood dynasty that continues to shape the industry. Mara Wilson was born on July 24, 1987 in Burbank, California. And at the tender age of 9, she stepped into the spotlight with the role of Matilda Wormwood in the 1996 film Matilda. Her portrayal of Matilda, a precocious, telekinetic child who fights against neglect and injustice, captivated audiences worldwide and firmly established her as one of the most beloved child actresses of her generation. The character's resilience, intelligence, and quiet rebellion struck a chord inspiring countless young viewers. Yet behind Mara's luminous on-screen presence was a childhood shadowed by profound hardship and loss. Mara's family life was far from idyllic. Her parents' tumultuous relationship and eventual divorce created a fragile emotional foundation. The deepest wound came during the filming of Matilda, when Mara's mother was diagnosed with breast cancer and tragically passed away, a devastating blow that Mara has spoken about with raw honesty in interviews. This loss marked a turning point, leading Mara to retreat from the Hollywood spotlight at a young age, an uncommon choice in an industry that often pressures child stars to continue chasing fame. Beyond her grief, Mara grappled with mental health challenges, diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD conditions. She has openly discussed, shedding light on the struggles faced by child actors behind the scenes. Her candor about her neurodivergence and the psychological toll of early fame has made her a role model for many, though it also reveals the cost of her early success. Mara's career, though initially promising, faltered due to her withdrawal from acting. She pivoted towards writing and voice acting, where she found greater control and personal fulfillment. Despite a few attempts at a comeback, Mara has largely avoided the pitfalls that ensnare many former child stars. There have been no public scandals, substance abuse issues, or legal troubles, a rarity in her cohort. Financially, at 38, her net worth is modest, around $500,000, reflecting a carefully managed but restrained career, underscored by a commitment to mental health advocacy and creative authenticity rather than Hollywood glitz. Danny DeVito was born on November 17, 1944 in Neptune, New Jersey, and at age 51, he took on the multifaceted role of Mr. Wormwood, the crooked, neglectful father in Matilda, 1996, also directing the film. His portrayal of Harry Wormwood was a perfect blend of comic villainy and sleazy opportunism, providing a darkly humorous counterpoint to Matilda's innocence and intelligence. DeVito's character embodied greed, ignorance, and moral bankruptcy, yet his performance was nuanced enough to bring an unexpected charm that kept audiences engaged. Off-camera, DeVito's life has been a mixture of extraordinary success and personal upheaval. Though celebrated as a versatile actor, producer, and director, with an extensive career spanning 5 decades, DeVito's reputation behind the scenes is not without controversy. Industry insiders have whispered about his fiery temper and bouts of difficult behavior on set, including clashes with co-stars and crew members. His well-publicized and tumultuous relationship with longtime wife and co-star Ria Pearlman became fodder for gossip columns when they separated in 2012, sparking rumors of infidelity, substance abuse, and emotional abuse. Allegations never officially confirmed, but widely speculated in Hollywood circles. Moreover, DeVito has been involved in a handful of legal battles, including a lawsuit over profit-sharing disputes from his production company and controversies around the handling of some film projects. Despite these storms, his ability to reinvent himself and maintain relevance in a notoriously fickle industry is remarkable. Financially, at 80, DeVito has amassed a substantial fortune estimated around $80 million, thanks to his roles in beloved classics like Taxi Batman Returns and the cult hit It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yet his wealth contrasts with moments of personal instability. There were reports of gambling issues and unhealthy coping mechanisms in his youth, though he has publicly worked to manage these challenges. Beth Davitts was born on August 11, 1965 in Lafayette, Indiana, and was 31 years old when she portrayed Miss Honey in Matilda, 1996. Her character, a gentle, nurturing, yet quietly resilient schoolteacher who becomes Matilda's protector and maternal figure, earned her widespread admiration for conveying warmth amid the film's darker themes of neglect and cruelty. Miss Honey's vulnerability and strength offered a rare, hopeful anchor that resonated deeply with audiences, establishing Davitts as a beloved figure in family cinema. However, Davitts' real life harbored shadows far beyond her gentle screen persona. Raised in a household marked by emotional distance and high expectations, she often felt invisible amid parental pressures, resulting in a childhood defined by internalized anxieties and a guarded temperament. As a young actress, Davitts struggled against Hollywood's relentless typecasting, frequently pigeonholed into subdued roles that belied her depth and range. Despite a breakthrough role in Spielberg's Schindler's List, her career stalled unexpectedly in the late 1990s, amid murmurings of industry politics and creative differences, rumors suggesting that her insistence on artistic integrity sometimes alienated influential producers. Adding to her challenges, she faced a private battle with breast cancer, a fight she kept largely out of public view until years later when she courageously spoke about the physical and emotional toll it took, highlighting the pressures actresses face to conceal vulnerability. Davitts' personal life, while seemingly stable with her marriage to entertainment attorney Jason Sloan, is quietly complex. Close acquaintances reveal that her perfectionism and relentless work ethic have at times strained this partnership as she prioritizes career over domestic tranquility. Scandal and tabloid drama have largely eluded her, thanks in part to a carefully maintained privacy, yet the cost of this discretion includes periods of isolation and internal struggle. Today at 60, her net worth is estimated around $5 million, accumulated through a careful balance of steady acting roles, select television appearances, and prudent financial management, including investments in real estate. Ria Pearlman was born on March 31, 1948 in Brooklyn, New York, and was 48 years old when she took on the role of Mrs. Wormwood in Matilda, 1996, portraying a shallow, self-absorbed mother whose obsession with television and vanity starkly contrasted with her daughter's intellect and moral compass. Pearlman's delivery was pitch perfect, using exaggerated expressions and impeccable comedic timing to bring a character both hilarious and grotesquely selfish to life. Her career, especially her Emmy-winning portrayal of Carla Tortelli on Cheers, cemented her as a comedic powerhouse. Yet beneath her professional success, Pearlman's personal life has been riddled with ups and downs, often unfolding publicly due to her high-profile marriage to Danny DeVito. The couple's relationship was famously volatile, marked by periods of separation, reconciliation, and eventual permanent separation in 2012, sparking a flurry of media speculation about infidelity, emotional abuse, and clashes over parenting. Though Pearlman avoided direct scandal herself, she was known in Hollywood circles for a temper that sometimes led to on-set disputes and strained professional relationships. Rumors have circulated about her challenging personality, including allegations of being difficult to work with in moments of emotional instability. Furthermore, her role as a mother was sometimes scrutinized, with tabloid whispers of estrangement from some of her children and struggles balancing career and family life. Despite these challenges, Pearlman has remained a respected figure in entertainment, continuing to act and produce, maintaining a net worth estimated at $60 million, a testament to her enduring appeal and savvy career management. Recently, at 77, she has been less visible in mainstream media, focusing on selective projects and charitable work, preserving her legacy as a comedic legend while navigating the complexities of a life lived partially in the spotlight and partly behind closed doors. Pam Ferris was born on May 11, 1948 in Hanover, Germany, and was 48 when she gave an unforgettable performance as the terrifying Miss Trunchbull in Matilda, 1996. Her character's brutal authoritarianism, terrifying physicality, and dark humor made her one of cinema's most memorable villains, forever etched in the memories of children and adults alike. Behind this fierce facade, however, lies a life of emotional turbulence and grit. Born to British parents abroad, Ferris endured a fractured childhood with frequent relocations and the absence of a stable family support system, leaving her emotionally wary and prone to deep loneliness. Her entry into acting was slow and fraught with obstacles. Early in her career, she faced persistent typecasting as the tough woman, which limited her opportunities and frustrated her artistic ambitions. Ferris's reputation in the industry is colored by reports of a fiery temper and difficult personality. Accounts of on-set conflicts with directors and co-stars were whispered among insiders, as she reportedly refused to conform to traditional expectations, clashing over creative control and rehearsal discipline. Her struggles with stage fright and anxiety caused notable disruptions, including last-minute withdrawals from performances leading to strained professional relationships. Her personal life has been no less complicated. Ferris's marriage to fellow actor Roger Frost ended acrimoniously amid public allegations of infidelity and bitter disputes over finances and custody, though she has remained guarded about these issues in the press. The emotional scars of this period contributed to periods of depression and withdrawal from public life. Despite this, Ferris has maintained a prolific and respected career, including roles in Harry Potter and acclaimed British television dramas. She reportedly lives a modest lifestyle at 77 now, despite a net worth estimated at $6 million, reflecting decades of steady work, rather than flamboyant wealth. Cayami Dvael was born on August 21, 1986 in Boyle County, Kentucky, and was 10 years old when she portrayed Lavender, Matilda's fearless and fiercely loyal best friend in Matilda, 1996. Lavender was beloved for her spunky spirit and the unforgettable scene where she places a newt in Miss Trunchbull's water glass, an iconic moment of childhood rebellion, brought vividly to life by Dvael's infectious energy. Yet behind the camera, Dvael's childhood was marked by personal challenges. Raised in a family plagued by instability and emotional neglect, she faced significant struggles balancing the demands of early stardom with the complexities of her home life. While she enjoyed moderate success in television shows like Moshe and The Steve Harvey Show, Dvael often found herself typecast in battling the pervasive pressures of child acting. Despite her sunny screen persona, she wrestled privately with anxiety and depression challenges she has since openly acknowledged and used as a platform for mental health advocacy. Dvael's career never reached blockbuster heights, but she pivoted admirably toward education and creative pursuits, earning a degree in psychology and writing and producing projects like her 2012 short film Reckless. Notably, she has managed to avoid any public scandals or controversies, a rare feat in an industry known for its ruthless scrutiny. Her close friendship with co-star Mara Wilson has provided personal grounding amid Hollywood's chaos, though rumors of strained family relationships and battles with personal demons have occasionally surfaced. Now 38, Dvael maintains an estimated net worth near $1 million, derived from a mix of acting royalties, producing credits, and speaking engagements. Her story is one of quiet perseverance, marked by resilience and reinvention, as she continues to inspire both fans and peers alike with her authenticity and courage. Sarah Magdalene was born on December 20, 1989 in California, USA, and was just 6 years old when she portrayed the 4-year-old version of Matilda in the 1996 film Matilda. Though her role was brief, it set a vital emotional foundation for the story, capturing the early innocence and precocity that would define Matilda's character. Despite this promising start, Magdalene's childhood was far from a fairy tale. She grew up in a modest household, far removed from Hollywood's glitz, and the pressures of early fame brought emotional strain that few noticed. Early exposure to the entertainment industry left her vulnerable to the harsh realities faced by child actors. Criticism over her appearance and performance caused her to develop deep insecurities and a guarded nature. Unlike many child stars, Magdalene never sought the spotlight, again retreating quietly from acting after Matilda, and later choosing a life dedicated to education as a teacher. This choice came amid whispers within industry circles that she deliberately distanced herself to avoid the darker pitfalls of fame, such as substance abuse, public scrutiny, and exploitation issues which have derailed many young talents. Magdalene's public absence has only fueled a mystique around her, with fans nostalgically remembering her innocent presence, while few details about her adult life are known. She has maintained an unblemished reputation, free from scandal or controversy, a rarity for a child actor from a major Hollywood film. At 35, her net worth is not publicly disclosed, but it is presumed modest, reflecting a quiet life focused on personal fulfillment rather than wealth or celebrity. Magdalene's story is a compelling example of a young actress who bravely chose a path of normalcy over fame, embodying resilience in an industry often unforgiving to its youngest participants. Jacqueline Stiger was born on December 26, 1986 in Reseda, California, and stepped into the spotlight at the tender age of 9 when she portrayed Amanda Thripp in the 1996 classic Matilda. Amanda, the sweet but timid schoolgirl with her iconic pigtailed braids, who famously suffers the wrath of the tyrannical Miss Trunchbull, became a lasting symbol of innocence caught in a brutal world. Yet beneath Jacqueline's cherubic on-screen image lay a far more complex reality. Raised in a family grappling with financial instability and emotional distance, Jacqueline's early years were punctuated by episodes of loneliness and insecurity, often masked by a forced smile during grueling auditions and relentless industry pressures. The transition from child star to adult actress proved agonizing. Typecasting confined her to cute kid roles, and casting directors frequently overlooked her in favor of more marketable faces, causing repeated career frustrations and deep self-doubt. Despite her relative absence from scandal, insiders recount whispered tales of a brief but intense struggle with anxiety and depression, exacerbated by the isolating nature of child fame and a lack of stable mentorship in Hollywood's cutthroat environment. Friends describe her as fiercely private and occasionally withdrawn, battling imposter syndrome that she rarely revealed publicly. After stepping back from acting, Jacqueline courageously redirected her life towards mental health advocacy, earning degrees in psychology, and dedicating herself to helping others navigate trauma, perhaps a reflection of her own hidden wounds. At 39, although her net worth remains modest and shielded from public scrutiny, Jacqueline's quiet resilience and intellectual pursuits have earned her respect far beyond the fleeting glow of childhood stardom, immortalizing her role as Amanda while defying the often tragic arc of former child actors. Tracy Walter was born on November 25, 1947 in Jersey City, New Jersey, and was 49 years old when he played the bumbling FBI agent in Matilda, 1996. Known for his ability to portray eccentric, offbeat characters, Walter's quirky yet suspicious role brought comic relief amid the film's tension. However, beneath this seemingly stable character actor's career is a life marked by personal and professional turbulence. Walter grew up in a working-class environment plagued by financial instability and an absent father, fostering a deep-seated mistrust and a guarded demeanor. His journey through Hollywood was far from smooth. Despite a prolific resume boasting over 100 film and television credits, Walter's reputation behind the scenes was marred by stories of volatility and unpredictability. Known for his stubborn streak, he frequently clashed with directors and producers, earning a reputation as difficult and unreliable. One of the darkest chapters in his life involved a serious gambling addiction during the late 1980s, which nearly obliterated his career and personal finances. These addictions fueled erratic behavior on set, leading to missed opportunities and a temporary professional exile. His private life mirrored this chaos, with multiple failed marriages and allegations of emotional abuse that surfaced in tabloids, though Walter rarely addressed these claims publicly. His daughter, Polly Walter, has since emerged as a successful screenwriter, offering some solace in a fractured family dynamic. Despite these challenges, Walter's net worth is estimated between $5 million and $10 million, a testament to his enduring presence in character roles that, while not glamorous, provided a steady income. At 77, his current life remains reclusive, choosing privacy over public attention, with few interviews and rare appearances. Walter embodies the archetype of a talented but troubled actor, haunted by demons that threaten to overshadow a craft long respected but seldom celebrated in the limelight. Kira Spencer Cook, born on December 26, 1983 in Seattle, Washington, was 12 when she breathed fierce life into Hortensia in Matilda, 1996, the rebellious student who dared to defy the despotic Miss Trunchbull. Hortensia's brash attitude and protective nature made her a fan favorite, embodying youthful defiance and courage. Yet Kira's off-screen narrative was layered with tumult and shadow. Coming from a broken home marked by neglect and financial hardship, Kira's childhood was fraught with instability, bullying, and emotional suppression, which fueled a hardened exterior. Her outspoken confrontational nature, so vital to her iconic role, often translated into real-world clashes with directors and peers, with numerous reports labeling her as difficult and temperamental on set. A lesser-known scandal erupted in the early 2000s when Kira was accused of manipulative and unprofessional behavior during the production of an indie film, an incident that briefly blacklisted her from major projects and triggered a painful period of reflection and isolation. Her personal relationships bore the scars of this turbulence. 2 highly publicized marriages ended in acrimonious divorces, with tabloid headlines exposing volatile arguments, infidelities, and custody disputes, all of which eroded her public image. Despite this, Kira sought redemption through academia, attaining a master's degree in modern literature, and reinventing herself as a writer and producer, focusing on projects with deeper social and emotional resonance. Though she has steered clear of scandal in recent years, whispers of lingering bitterness and strained family ties persist among industry insiders. Today at 41, she holds an estimated net worth of $1 to $2 million, the product of a career marked by fiery beginnings, painful lows, and cautious rebirths, a testament to her relentless drive amid a backdrop of personal and professional upheaval. Marian Dugan, born February 16, 1918 in Oak Park, Illinois, assumed the minor yet memorable role of Cookie in Matilda, 1996, at age 78, contributing a gentle maternal presence to the film's whimsical world. Dugan's career, spanning several decades, was emblematic of countless character actors who, while never achieving stardom, provided the indispensable fabric of classic Hollywood and television storytelling. Her early life was marred by hardship, including the death of her father during her adolescence, which plunged her family into financial insecurity and forced her to mask her grief behind a cheerful demeanor, a trait that later became a professional asset in her warm character portrayals. Despite a steady flow of roles, Marian was often typecast in minor supporting or background characters, and her talents were largely unrecognized by the wider public. Known among peers for her sharp wit and occasional acerbic comments, she could be surprisingly difficult when overlooked or slighted, defying the stereotype of the meek character actress. Her most significant professional disappointment was the lack of opportunities to lead her headline projects, a common plight for women of her generation. As Hollywood's focus shifted toward youth and glamour, Dugan's personal life was relatively stable. She was married to Charles Dugan and mother to director Dennis Dugan, yet she remained a largely private figure, avoiding scandal or public drama. She passed away of natural causes on March 31, 2015 in Sherman Oaks, California, at the venerable age of 97. Her estate was never publicly detailed, but was presumed modest, reflecting a life devoted more to craft than commercial success. Marian Dugan's contribution to film and television may not have made headlines, but her enduring presence enriched countless productions, offering a testament to the countless unsung talents who shape Hollywood's golden tapestry behind the scenes. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey through classic television history. If you enjoyed learning about the cast of Matilda and where they are now, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more vintage Hollywood retrospectives, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your memories and suggestions, so let us know which TV show or movie cast you'd like us to feature next.